Welcome back to Technically Speaking. We've been immersing ourselves into the newest operating system out, Windows 8. Windows 8 can be exciting and fun and interesting, or frustrating and difficult and something that makes you want to throw the computer out the window. I even know people who've actually purchased computers recently and brought them back to the store saying, forget it, give me something else. And of course, gone are the days that the computer actually came with directions inside. I don't know if you've ever purchased a computer way back when that came with a book of directions. Now, nobody really likes reading a computer manual, but at least there was one. Nowadays, you're on your own. So you've opened up your computer, you see all these little squares you've never seen, and not a piece of directions. Well, hopefully we've gotten rid of some of the mysterious things about Windows 8, how to navigate around this start screen, how to move the little tiles around, how, if we're in one of the applications, how to get back out by pressing the Windows button on our keyboard. These are all great things that are going to help us get around. And if you want to abandon all of this, we can even press the little Windows button and go to our desktop. On our desktop, we're going to see a lot of familiar things, but one main thing is missing, the Start button. If you recall, down here in the lower left-hand corner, on all the other Windows systems, there was a Start button. This button would pop open a whole menu of applications, documents, even the on and off switch was underneath that Start button. Well, one of the biggest complaints from people is that there's no more Start button. But there is a way to get back the Start button. There's been so much difficulty with Windows 8 that there are many, many companies that have come out with other programs that you can run to get back the Start button. We're going to use one of them now. It's a free program. It'll only take us a few minutes to install it and might make your computer feel like home again. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up the internet. And I'm going to go to a website which very simply is called Windows 8 Start Button. You see I've already typed it up here. Windows8startbutton.com. That's easy enough. What we're looking for is a start button. So we go to Windows8startbutton.com. And it's a free download, so I'm just going to click here to get started. You'll notice that it put a little exe file here. That was the download. I clicked to download, and now I'm going to double click here to get started. The first question, do you want to allow the following program to make changes to this computer? Well, yes. This is a program that I want, the Windows 8 Start button, so I'm going to click yes. Now, this next box, I want you to take a very good look at. It says, thank you for installing Win 8 Start Pack. Please select your preferred installation. Typical installation installs the complete Start Pack package, and custom installation. They say that's for advanced users. Now, I'm going to choose that one today, and if you follow through these steps, I'd like you to choose that one also. And let me tell you why. Many times when you download a program from the internet, one of the big problems with a program, especially a free program, is they try to include other things with it. These other things you might look at and say, oh good, they're giving away something for free. But in actuality, those other things have a tendency to slow your computer down. I would much rather get just the program I wanted. I don't want all of this extra stuff cluttering up my computer. So in this particular case, instead of sticking with the recommended typical installation, I'm going for the custom installation. And I think on the next screen you'll see exactly why I did that. Accept and install. Now, this next button, they're asking me which programs do I want? Well, I do want the Windows 8 Start button, but I don't want Torch browser, and I don't want media player. Now, I'm not saying there's something inherently wrong with the Torch browser and the media player, but I didn't ask for them, and I don't want them slowing down my computer. So I've asked for the Windows Start button. I'm going to click Next, and now they're downloading it. When this is finished, right there on my screen, I'm going to have back that Start button that looks so familiar and is going to make everything seem a little more like Home Sweet Home than all of those contemporary boxes. Installation completed successfully. Click Finish. Did you see it here? Here's my button. When I press this, now it looks the way you expect it to look. I've got all of my documents and settings. My latest programs are going to show up right here. And here's all of the programs on my entire computer. So even though my computer is running this new operating system, Windows 8, I'm simulating the older systems. By putting this Start button here, now I can feel like home. Let's go back to what your computer is going to look like when you start. To get back to my original Start screen, I'll close all these things out. And now I have my Start button. So if after learning all about those little squares and such, you've decided, you know what, I just want my computer the good old-fashioned way, this is the way to have it. Doing something like this will simulate a Windows 7 or a Windows XP environment for your computer. Now, we did lots of different keyboard tricks today, meaning things that we can click on our keyboard to get around a little easier. There's one more I'd like you to take a look at. This will work on your Windows 8 computer, but even if you have one of the older models, it'll work too. Looking at our computer keyboard, we have a key called the Alt key, A-L-T. If I hold that down and hit Tab, what you will see in the center are all of the different programs that are running on my computer. And just every time I hit Tab, it goes to a new one. As I mentioned, this will work on a Windows 8 computer, but also on a 7 or an XP or any of the older Windows computers. And this is a great way of getting back to whatever it was you were doing. We've gone through so many different programs here today that when I hit the Alt key and then Tab, you could see I went to the store and we looked at the different applications. I've been to weather. I've been all over the place, and I can tab through. Well, I hope that you can take some of what we've learned today and either enjoy your new Windows 8 computer or put the Start button back so it looks like Windows 7. If you'd like to see any of our former episodes or check out any of these links, just go to visit us on the web at technicallyspeakingtv.com and enjoy your computer.